Hello everyone, so welcome to another tutorial from Home Spa Studio. So today what we have is I wanted to show the beginner level of microblading when it comes to middle spine. So grab your pen, your microblading pen and blade, and also some ink, and let's get started. Okay, so what you really want to do first, even before you get started off, make sure you have the imaginary spine line drawn on the brow so you know exactly where the bottom of the stroke should end and the top of the stroke should end. Okay, so that middle spine is completely necessary. So here you can see I'm about to draw that imaginary line so you have a definite area where to start and stop. Okay, so we're starting off with simple strokes, just nothing fancy, just plain simple strokes. I have my blade straight. I prefer it more on the straight than slanted, so it's all artist preference again, so it's up to you. I also like to use U blade for this, and all the items that I've used I've left links down below. Make sure you can look through that and you can have all the materials. And the idea behind these videos is so you can follow along each and every stroke on the brow so you can give the best results for your clients and you can keep practicing. So that's why I make sure that these videos are real time. This is not sped up in any way, so you can actually practice along. The idea behind this is for you to, even for my students who complete my course and they start in their journey of microblading, you can continue watching these videos and really get in tune and get your muscle memory going on when it comes to these hair strokes. So talking about right now about these hair strokes, as you can see, it's nothing fancy. As I said, it's just plain hair strokes. We're just doing single hair strokes throughout the brow and we're reaching all the way to the spine, right? And making sure also to make sure that you space it evenly. That's the important part of microblading, is to get that beautiful uniform pattern, which really it doesn't matter if it is a beginner or intermediate level. It really shows the artist work and it really sets you apart from the rest. All right, so here you can see I am filling it in, and as I mentioned in the last video as well, I always follow the pattern. If it is slanting, if it is curved, that's always a even before I go in with the blade, I always know where the pattern should end. And the only way to know that is honestly through practice. The more you practice, the more your eyes will get used to it. Your muscles of your hands will automatically know where to stop, so you don't end up making any mistakes. Some of the very common mistakes in microblading that you come across is crisscrossing or not making sure that you're going 90-degree into the skin, and that can cause a lot of scarring and a lot of wrong implantation of the ink. So I'm just filling each and every area that I think needs more hair strokes. And now I'm just going in, and wherever I'm seeing spacing, I'm just going to fill it in a little bit more. Now, this is all artist preference at this point because all this is honestly not that very necessary. But as I said, the minute details will really set you apart as an artist than you actually just doing the very basic, right? So the idea behind this is for you also as you practice along so you can see those tiny details and honestly come up with your own pattern. That's also, I want to make sure that I encourage you that you are most like definitely you can definitely do that, and that's something that any artist will over time pick up their own patterns, right? So here I'm about to do a transition of the eyebrow. So transition is, as we explained in the last video, is just really the hair from the front is transitioning and it's moving to the next area or the next direction, right? So all these upper hair strokes are going down. Also, when you're practicing, make sure you're taking your time with each and every stroke. If you're not sure where it starts, where it ends, step off the eyebrow area itself and practice that stroke that you're about to place on there, and then go in and place that hair stroke, right? You don't want a pad full of mistakes. That the idea behind practice is so that we don't end up repeating the same mistakes, right? So if you make a mistake, or even if you feel you're unsure where that hair stroke needs to stop and start, you need to step off the eyebrow, practice on the corner to see exactly where it's going to end, and then come and put it back in the eyebrow, right? So obviously this is just for practice purposes, and obviously as the more you practice, the more you'll make less mistakes. So I'm pointing out on the top one, I filled in at the bottom these tiny hair strokes. Honestly, this is again comes down to the artist and the details that they are willing to go forth and put for their clients. This is something I do for my clients as well, is because it sort of gives those, you know, whenever you see natural hair, you'll always see these tiny hairs at the bottom of your eyebrow. That's what I'm trying to do out here. So those little tiny details, it just sets you apart and gives you a good finished eyebrow, which you'll see in a second, right? Alright, so that is the finished eyebrow. This is a beginner level. This is what I teach for my students as well. This is a beginner level eyebrow on middle spine. Again, thank you for watching, and I truly appreciate it. If you have any questions or any requests for future videos, definitely please comment down below, and it will really help me if you subscribe as well. And also I'm coming out with a lot more techniques so I can teach you in real time how everything looks like, and honestly gain knowledge out of this as well. So thank you again for watching. I'll talk to y'all soon.